Hi everyone, it's Claire. I'm just doing a really short thing. I think it will be short. It's only 7 pages, which isn't that long when I read it out. And I already did my little ceremony for Solstice and Lifa, so you might see that video online as well. So happy Solstice, June 21st, 2026. I just looked at Pam Gregory, who's just so knowledgeable. And I'll try and summarise what she said. And Wisdom Dreams, like one of those video ones with pictures. It was quite good. And they've done a summary of each sign. The cardinal signs particularly will feel this energy because Cancer, the moon has been in Cancer. And it's now in Cancer, sorry, from Gemini. And I think it changed around 4:20 a.m. with the at 0 degrees of Cancer. So I was up. This is the first for me. I was up and I saw the dawn and heard the dawn chorus. So it was beautiful. And you could see the light in the sky. So lovely time of year. And the veil is thinner, as Pam Gregory said. And often meditations take place, often on solstice. We enter a fast moving 3 months as well, she thinks. I mean, the Gemini period, which has been recently, has been very fast. I'm really aware of it. It sort of stops and starts for me, but many of you might be aware of that really busy energy. Gemini is very chatty, it's very curious, it's ruled by Mercury, communications, and so on. So she said, be aware of state of being as we are in solstice, because our energy will be amplified. So we are moving into a higher dimension. I definitely can feel that. Many of you might do as well. Because I'm so sensitive, so I see and hear and clairaudient, visual and so on. So I mean, the messages become fast. Saw my spirit of my dad briefly this morning, which because of Father's Day, and I didn't realise. I put that on the other video. I didn't realise it was Father's Day. It must be why he showed. It was like split second, third eye, but third eye linking with my eyes is present in the energy field near me, and amazing, amazing. Um, yeah, so be aware of that. And she was saying as well, we move from three-dimensional to towards five-dimensional. I saw another video where someone was saying, well, you've got 4D where people can skip between being back in 3D and going towards like 5D, but then they come unstuck. It's a lot to do with being very going internally, sort of into your presence internally, and finding your own peace there, because it's a very, very hectic, world out there, as we know. And really, we haven't got any context for going towards this fifth dimensional energy space, which is far better for us, really. Which is where we've ascended. The planet ascends, the earthlings ascend with it. But you're probably a bit really aware that there's loads of extraterrestrial contact. It looks like UFOs. I mean, people who aren't watching social media, good luck to you, but there's absolutely tons of it, and that includes stuff before AI, and it's been disclosed from the White House and so on. They've got loads of stuff, linking in with it. So, well, Pam's chart was set for London, 0 degrees of Cancer, 8:25 GMT. That means it's frozen in time, and she plots out all the planets and where the moon is. And Sun, Mercury, Jupiter in Cancer, which is a water sign and cardinal sign. And the cardinal signs mark out actually the wheel of the year. So it's interesting because I also do the wheel of the year, which is shamanic and Wiccan, but we look at the ancient eight sabbats going around the wheel. And this one is obviously at 6 o'clock on the clock face, and it's literally, opposite the winter solstice. And obviously, I'm in the northern hemisphere. The southern hemisphere is opposite on their wheel, really. So, but yeah, it's very interesting. Cancer links with self-care, sensitivity, and Jupiter is exalted in Cancer, and it's a lot to do with family, even as she pointed out, galactic beings being incorporated, which is amazing. And I've had the odd little thing come through from in my third eye, particularly the ones with the almond eyes. They're like, are they the greys? I think. Nothing horrible that I can work out anyway. Uranus in Gemini as well. Uranus is more commonplace, which 14th, 15th of June, there was a huge shift in the energy which happened linked with it. And Pam mentioned aches and pains may be like jumps in ascension for people, because we're going towards what we call a lighter body, really, and everything being lighter. There's more light coming to us. Light codes have been downloaded, DNA codes being activated specifically, whereas, some of us healer types have been trying to help people activate DNA that was inactive, but now this will be happening more naturally as far as I can tell. You've got as well Sun square to Neptune, and Neptune rules Pisces. Links with visionary, idealistic, and also ruling the seas. And you've got, she mentioned deception, veil, drugs, health. Pisces and Virgo very much linking to health, and strong kind of weather trends like fire and rain and floods and toxicity, and large amounts of water. Obviously, at the moment here, we're probably just going into a heat wave. It was 27. I know it's in my car just now. I think it's going into the 30s. They say in the next couple of days in Britain, it's getting a bit weird, like we're in the med countries or something. There's a trend on, if you look on social media, about data centers expanding as well. And Pluto square to Chiron in Taurus. And the data centers I mentioned because they use a lot of water, and there's been hiccups over that, really. I think, there's a big reaction in America about that. And they make a lot of noise as well, these data centers which use for AI, and the development of that is going like, exponential, really. All of it, that and robots and everything, every day there's something new you can see. There's revelation and revolution, which is a theme, and revelation feeds revolution. So there's like, peeling back of a veil to show the truth of stuff. And the sun opposes Vada, she said. And Vada is about the creation myth, and she placed stars in the sky and was linked to elves in other dimensions. So kind of linking in with multi-dimensionality, which is another key theme at the moment. Different dimensions that we may or may not be aware of, especially as you move towards 5D or 4D, you'll be possibly more aware. I've certainly been aware for ages now. I see loads of stuff even around my house and things. It's not really frightening. I mean, it's kind of energy, it's there in the background. My dog sees it, reacts to it and stuff. It's all around us, really. So, yeah, there's lots going on. Venus in Leo as well. Social, playfulness themes. Venus trine to Neptune. Creative, beauty, romance. More romances happening at the moment with Venus trine to Neptune. And greater sense of moving forward. Beautiful solstice energy. The moon at 23 degrees Virgo, purification. And finding ways to purify in service to the earth and fertility of the earth. Ceres 9 degrees of Gemini conjunct Uranus. So Ceres links with harvest and wheat, and she was talking about that. New ways to grow food, shamanic practices, ancient wisdom coming to the fore. Homere, dwarf planet, stem cell regeneration being developed, which is amazing. And Venus opposing Pluto. That links with big money. Pluto is about wealth and stocks. Big changes, especially in the second half of 2026, and freedom of speech being a key theme as well. Food, earth, stewardship, protection of freedom of speech. And youth, Gemini and Aquarius, tech savvy, inventing new ways of doing things. And also she mentioned many sextiles. Chiron, Jupiter, Mars, Jupiter, looking at causes. Mercury and Mars speaking out on things. Jupiter, Mercury issues about the self, future thinking. Neptune sextile Pluto, things to do with paranormal and even ghosts. Grand trine Uranus, Neptune in July, reality and new dimensions. So those were some themes she talked about, really. And Pluto opposing Jupiter, wealth, big money, hidden money, secret money, and inequality, of wealth and power and leadership being key themes, really. Pluto has a lot to do with power and opposing Jupiter, which makes things, bigger, but reveals stuff, really. Inflation this year, Pam sees as well in the astrology. Jupiter in Cancer will amplify our emotions. So choose your focus. She talks about, the external world, as I said, was so complex. Look inward and use your heart and breath, and simple and easier for peace and calm and gratitude and sovereignty, and master your internal state. Be creative. Venus in Leo, small changes in routine. Connect with nature, write poetry, do art, hug trees, authenticity. Stand in your truth more. And this will happen more and more. Use things like yoga, tai chi, using bare feet. I did my ceremony today barefoot. Hold the light. We create a loving, calm world. And Pam thinks we can manifest amazing things and connect with the Aquarius, the new nodes and information nodes and things. So I'll quickly go on to Wisdom Dreams, which talked about the solstice, where the sun stands still, 4:25 a.m. Sun goes from Gemini to Cancer. And for weeks we lived under Gemini, very busy period. Now Cancer. The sun crosses to Cancer, changes the energy. It's a cardinal water sign. And really it affects three signs, the cardinals, very heavily. June 9th, Venus and Jupiter together, 25 degrees of Cancer, very close. I was watching them a bit. And they're the great benefic planets, Venus and Jupiter, meaning, beneficial to humanity. Jupiter poured out growth, Venus and Jupiter, floods of abundance. And solstice, that was the preparation almost, they say, and it catches fire at the solstice. So June 19th, Chiron in Taurus, wounded healer was in Aries. Now healing changes, money, self-worth, body, eating well. And 48 hours before the solstice, we are prepped. I'm sort of trying to explain it in a quick way, and they do it in a long way. But then 4:20 a.m. the sun in Cancer, 0 degrees, northern hemisphere, closest to the sun. So we really feel that heat at the moment. Gemini, social to the home and family. 5:50 a.m. sun sextile to Chiron in Taurus. Sun self, and it represents the self, reaches to healing. We draw real love towards us, maybe. The first quarter moon in Libra as well. And three signs are affected. So Cancer, sun, moon, rising. Self-identity, very important. Center stage at the moment, Cancer. Magnetic glow about it. People drawn to you. The relationship becomes lighter. And if single, people drawn to you and money comes to you. So a good one, Cancer. Aries, another cardinal sign, warrior. Home, family, ancestral roots looked at. Fire directed to your home. Old wounds cleared and warmth, safety in the home. Single Aries may receive someone loving and may grow a family from that. Capricorns living in their career. 7th house, committed relationships and love is their house. At the moment, looking at. And June 26th, so today's the 21st, lucky transit for your commitments, vows, signing contracts, decommitment like the I do vows. Mercury retrograde later, someone from the past is drawn in from the past, and because you're both grown and healed. So that's interesting. Taurus as well, with all the other signs. Taurus, deep love. Chiron, self-worth. Look at that. Pisces, romance, creative, friendships. Lots going on there. Scorpio, we trust and reliable love and career building in the background. Really a lot to do with careers at the moment for Scorpio. Gemini, new moon earlier in June. was key, and standards in love have been raised. Leo magnetism, 13 months of magnetism, and Venus and Jupiter, very, very key for Leos at the moment. Virgo's friend is a new love, social circle, very good friendship happening. Libra, new quarter moon, bold, visible relationships. And Sagittarius, shared resources are important. And Aquarius, daily care in relationships. And what else have I got? On June 30th, Jupiter leaves Cancer in Leo till 27. Blesses public self, leadership, love, risks. Fire, air signs, key for them. Beautiful gate of love and opportunity opening on the 21st. So yeah, actually it's a bit of a long one, 15 minutes or so. So lovely time really, and enjoy the abundance coming in. It should feel quite abundant for people. Okay, happy solstice and enjoy your week coming. Bye.